creating audiobook snippets. The highest virtue is not virtuous, therefore it truly has virtue. The lowest virtue never loses sight of its virtue, therefore it has no true virtue. The highest virtue takes no action, yet it has no reason for acting this way. The highest humanity takes action, yet it has no reason for acting this way. The highest righteousness takes action, and it has its reasons for acting this way. The highest propriety takes action, and when no one responds to it, then it angrily rolls up its sleeves and forces people to comply. Therefore, when the way is lost, only then do we have virtue. When virtue is lost, only then do we have humanity. When humanity is lost, only then do we have righteousness. And when righteousness is lost, only then do we have propriety. As for propriety, it's but the thin edge of loyalty and sincerity and the beginning of disorder. And for knowledge is but the flower of the way and the beginning of stupidity. Therefore, the great man. Therefore, the great man dwells in the thick and doesn't dwell in the thin, dwells in the fruit and doesn't dwell in the flower. Therefore, he rejects that and takes this. Of those in the past that attained the one, heaven by attaining the one became clear, earth by attaining the one became stable, gods by attaining the one became divine, valleys by attaining the one became full, marquis and kings by attaining the one made the whole land ordered and secure. Taking this to its logical conclusion, we would say if heaven were not by means of it cleared, it would, I'm afraid, shatter. If the earth were not by means of it stable, it would, I am afraid, let go. If the gods were not by means of it divine, they would, I'm afraid, be powerless. If valleys were not by means of it full, they would, I'm afraid, dry up. If marquis and kings were not by means of it noble, and if marquis and kings were not by means of it noble and high, they would, I am afraid, topple and fall. Therefore it must be the case that the noble has the base as its root, and it must be the case that the high has the low for its foundation. Thus for this reason marquis and kings call themselves the orphan, the widower, and the one without grain. This is taking the base as one's root, is it not? Therefore they regard the large numbers of carriages as having no carriage, and because of this they desire not to dazzle and glitter like jade, but to remain firm and strong like stone. When the highest type of men hear the way with diligence, they're able to practice it. When average men hear the way, some things they retain and others they lose. When the lowest type of men hear the way, they laugh out loud at it. If they didn't laugh at it, it couldn't be regarded as the way. Therefore, there is a set saying about this that goes, the bright way appears to be dark. Therefore, there is a set saying about this that goes, the bright way appears to be dark. The way that it goes forward appears to retreat. The smooth way appears to be uneven. The highest virtue is empty like a valley. The purest white appears to be soiled. Vast virtue appears to be insufficient. Firm virtue appears thin and weak. The simplest reality appears to change. The great square has no corners. The great vessel takes long to complete. The great tone makes little sound. The great image has no shape. The way is great but has no name. Only the way is good at beginning things and also good at bringing things to completion. Reversal is the movement of the Tao. Weakness is the function of the Tao. The things of the world originate in being, and being originates in non-being. There is a set saying about this that